Hello, my little tater tots. How are y'all today? Oh, it's a good day. Just got out of the shower. I haven't fixed my hair yet, so it's flat as a flitter. Today, I'm going to make for y'all something awesome. Awesome. So good, so good. And I'll give you a little background story about it. This is called a honey bun cake. Y'all may have had this before. You've maybe made this before. I've had it, never made it. But I was thinking, our work Christmas party, I've started kind of getting my head together on that. And I know one of the ladies, she makes a honey bun cake that is raved about. And so, several days ago, on Facebook, somebody posted a recipe for it. And I was like, oh, I'm going to print this out. I'm going to make that. I've never made one before. And 2 days later, my boss came in. His wife had made a honey bun cake. We had not discussed this. And she sent me a piece. And oh my gosh, it was heaven. And I was like, oh my gosh, look, I just printed out a recipe for this. It was such a coinkydink. So, we're going to make it. I think it'll be a crowd pleaser. And by a crowd pleaser, I mean me and Chris. And probably my in-laws. So, we're going to get started making this honey bun cake. And it tastes just like a honey bun. So what I have here is a yellow cake mix. I don't think it matters what brand you get. I got the Betty Crocker brand because it was the cheapest at the store. So we are going to mix together one package in a box of yellow cake mix. And my glasses on top of my head, and if I take them off, my hair's going to go. So we're going to try to eyeball this with my bad eyes. Alright, by hand, I got my oven preheating to 325. By hand, mix together the cake mix, eggs, sour cream, and oil. So, I don't have my oil out. Hang on one sec. I'm back. Okay, so, I've got my cake mix, and I'm going to bring y'all down so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, cake mix. I need 3/4 of a cup. It says to use vegetable oil, but I don't have vegetable oil. I've got avocado oil, so that's what we're going to use. This is 1/4, so I need 3 of these little babies. 1, 2, 3, 4 eggs, and 1 cup of sour cream. Y'all proud of me? I had everything but the oil out. I had already got my stuff out. Okay, just these ingredients right here already sound like a delicious cake. Okay, I didn't have everything out. All right, got a whisk. It says mix by hand. I really thought I would have to get my mixer out. However, it says mix by hand. I've got on some blue scrub pants. For comfort, we are going off a little later on, and I'll get dressed. But hang on. Okay, I'm back. The outside dog was bark. It causes my inside dog to go crazy. So I'm just mixing this up with my whisk. But I've got a totally, to me, hilarious. To you, you probably say, I can't believe you're telling this, Kathy. But I had the most embarrassing moment of my life, which will bring me back to these scrub pants. Let me bring you up while I'm mixing this. That's all I'm doing. I'm just mixing. So I had an appointment a couple weeks ago with to get some tests done, and where I was having these tests done was like it was 2 hours away at the hospital that I use for more. I'm local here if I got colds and stuff like that, but like for my liver doctor and some other things, I go 2 hours away to the big city. And anyway, I knew that they were going to be taking a lot of lab works for me. Uh-oh, I'm showing a little cleavage. And I'm very hard to get blood from. My veins roll, they're deep, they collapse, all that kind of stuff. So I have to drink a lot of water before I go, you know, to plump them up. So anyway, had my big 40-ounce cup, filled it up to leave, and I was drinking on that all the way. And the thought crossed that I probably need to stop and use the bathroom before I get there, but I really didn't have to. So I was getting close, had to go park in the parking deck. I pulled in the parking deck, and ooh, first twinges, I need to go TT. It's like, okay, I'm gonna park, and then I'll just run inside the doors. There's got to be a bathroom in that hallway, the main hallway. So I start getting out, and I'm like, oh no. So I like take off running. My oven just preheated. I take off running, go inside, going up this hallway, and I was like, bathroom, 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 bathroom. And it was just like, it's coming. And so there was a little bench there, and I sat down, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna sit here, I'm not gonna think about it, and then I'll go further. Let me get everything settled down before I pee on myself. So I feel like I was settled down. I get up, and it just starts coming out. Okay, so I had on leggings and a long t-shirt and my tennis shoes. So I busted back out the double doors into the parking deck, and I'm parked on that level. And it's just coming. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just coming. I can't stop it, nothing. And it's like 15 minutes until my appointment. I go to my car. I open up the back. I've got a plastic garbage bag in there. I get it. I put it down in my seat. I sit down, and I'm like, what am I going to do? I don't know what to do. I was in panic mode. So, y'all, I shouldn't be telling y'all this. So I take off my leggings. They're soaking wet. My tennis shoes and socks are soaking wet. I got about that much water left in my cup. I open my car door, and I pour that water on my leggings, and I'm just trying, and I'm squeezing them out, and I'm squeezing them out, and I'm like, I need the pee smell out of this. Squeezing them. I'm just in a panic, and I don't know what to do. I take my socks off. My shoes, they're wet. I don't know what to do about that. So anyway, I put them wet leggings back on. I put my tennis shoes back on. I head in to find my destination. So I get there, and I check in. It's like a long hallway, and it's check in. They're like, you can have a seat down there. And I was just like, Oh, I go to the bath, before I get there, I go into the bathroom and I wash myself. Wash my feet, everything. And so I was like, I don't want to sit down on this. It's a plastic bench. And I was like, you know, it's going to get wet. So anyway, I go up to the little lady that checked me in, and I was just, you know, in my humility, I just said, I had an accident. Do you have any scrubs that I can change into? Any kind of pants, anything that I can use. I'm so sorry. I'm humiliated. And she was so kind and gracious. And she went and got me a pair of scrubs and got me some of those hospital socks for me to put. And so I took it back off to the bathroom. Oh, in a plastic bag to put my pants in. She was so sweet. So anyway, I went and I washed up real good and dried and put those pants on and put those socks on. And anyway, I wasn't going to change back into my leggings, so I walked out with the scrubs. I hope they didn't want them. But anyway, that's my embarrassing story. And I called Chris and I was like, and I was telling him about it, and I was like, I'm so mortified, I'm so embarrassed, oh my gosh, I never want to come back here again. You know, and he was just like, bless your heart, I'm so sorry. But it was awful, embarrassing. But anyway, yep, age is catching up with me. Note to self, stop and make pee breaks. Okay, so this has gotten all mixed up. Looks good and smooth and all that mess. So we're going to move on. We're going to set it aside like it says. In a separate bowl. I thought I had it together. In a separate bowl, we are going to add brown sugar, which is 1 cup. What was this? I'm better measuring. Okay, this is a 1/2 cup. That's a 1/2 and a whole. And 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Bring it down. My hands aren't working right this morning. Okay. One, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Get this little mix it until well combined. Trying to get all the clumpies out. This is going to be baking in a if you have a cake pan, I'm just going to do it in a 9 by 13. Okay. We're going to pour 1/2 of our cake batter in here. And then spread the mixture, let's see, add 1/2 of the brown sugar mixture. Okay. Now look at the directions. Make sure I'm doing it right. Spread half of the brown sugar mixture on top of that. Pour the rest of the batter and spread until even, top of the rest. Pretty straightforward. Now this smells like heaven, just the raw cake batter and the brown sugar and cinnamon. It's a little tricky with that crumbly sugar mixture, and it spread out without it pulling it back up. It smells like fall. I know honey bun isn't necessarily fall, but I think it's because of the cinnamon. Stay down. This end down here is just not cooperating too well, but that's okay. That's as good as I'm gonna get it. And then we're gonna do the rest. Okay. Top of the rest of it, with a knife, swirl your batter around. Well, I wasn't expecting that one. I was fixing to just stick in the oven. I wasn't expecting that. Alright, so we're just going to do some swirlies. I may be over swirling, I don't know, but there we go. Okay, so we're going to mix your hands. Okay, see. Bake for 45 to 50 minutes. Gonna stick this in the oven and we'll be back. I'm gonna set my timer for 40 and I'll start checking it. Haven't ate anything today and I just warmed up some bread and butter. And when I was warming up this bread, it's my no-knead bread that I love to make. I've got videos on that. I'm going to start something new. I'm going to start doing some sourdough. And I've not been successful. And this was years and years and years ago before I have the knowledge that I have now. So, I have researched and researched and researched, and I think I got a full grasp on it now. So I am going to be doing some new sourdough stuff, and we can learn together if you're interested in that. I started this yesterday. I did not start it from scratch. You can start a sourdough starter, you know, from scratch with your flour and water. However, I wanted a no-fail type doing this, so until I get better. And I ordered some dehydrated sour starter. It's San Francisco sour bread starter that had been dehydrated. There's a lot of sellers on eBay doing that, but this one is really I can't attest to the quality of it because we have not made anything yet, but they send you a little handwritten note, and it's a 6-decade sourdough starter, 60 years, but it's this people's mom that did it, and it's got her, and they sent her recipes for it. And it also gives you a detail on how to get it started. This look like little granules, little yellow granules in a little pack. And you just add it to some flour, water, and a little bit of sugar. I did this yesterday and mixed it up. Today, I was just supposed to stir it. I stirred it, and I'm going to put a coffee filter. Hang on. On top of it. Yesterday I was just supposed to do cling wrap. Today I'm going to top it. I'm going to find a rubber band, top it with this. Tomorrow I'll start feeding it. So anyway, if you're interested in something like that, if you've wanted to start, let's try it together. So we're going to do that. Got me some sourdough started. And then yesterday, I'm just jabbering. We're just talking because we're friends. Yesterday I went to a yard sale. Some people that we know selling parents stuff, and didn't find a whole lot, but I did find this fancy bottle. I washed it in the inside of this. It's still got condensation, so I'm letting it dry out. But yes, I know it's a liquor bottle, but I put my vanilla in it. I thought it'd be fancy. What you think? I'll have to see how it pours and stuff like that, but it's in really good shape. The cork is still in good shape. Don't like that. We're going to be fancy pouring our vanilla. I like that. And then about this, y'all know what that is? It's a corn cobber to get the corn kernel remover, however you call it. But it's got this blade right here, and you just slide your corn down it. When it comes out down here, you like put it over a bowl. I don't know how old this is. This is an old-timey utensil to do that, but I don't know how old this is. And then it has, I don't know, these little spikes sticking up. And that pops anything underneath those kernels to get the milk and juice out. So when corn season rolls back around, we're going to try this out. Oh, I got one more thing. People don't understand why I would buy this, but it's a loaf pan. Look, has this loaf pan been well loved and used? I bought it. I scrubbed it. I could have done oven cleaner and all that to try to get some of this off. But I love the age of it. I love how I love it. And I know that's, you know, I know the majority of you are probably going, gross. Why in the world would you want that? I just love it. It looks old. Well, it is old. It's antique-y. So I bought that for a bread pan. I'm weird. I know, I'm weird. Okay. Cake's still cooking. We'll be back. Okay, cake's got a few more minutes. I just checked it, and I'm gonna make the glaze that goes on top of it. I've been on Marketplace. He's responding back. There's a stroller that my son and daughter-in-law want. It's a very expensive stroller, car seat combo thing. And I found one on Marketplace. It was a local gentleman that I don't know posted it with a whole lot he's moving or something. I don't know. But anyway, he posted a lot of nice stuff on there that he's selling, and one of them was the exact same stroller that they're looking for. And I don't know how much a new one costs, but I think it's upward of $2,000. I think. Anyway, and oh, I didn't mean to do that. There's something in here. Anyway, he was wanting $400, and it looks great. Of course, I would have to go up there and look at it, you know, to make sure. So I called my daughter-in-law and was asking her about it, and she was like, "Yeah, that's a great deal," because they had one they found on Marketplace that was for $800, and they left to go get it, and she marked it sold before they got there. She had sold it out from underneath them. So anyway, this one was $400. And so I messaged the guy about it and all that, and I said, you know, well, when can I come and get it? Look at it and, you know, get it. And he said that he's out of town at a funeral until tomorrow, and he would be home tomorrow. I said, well, if you'll just send me back a time and your address, you know, I'll be there. And so he said he asked for me to Venmo or some kind of Cash App him the money, and he'll put sold with my name on it because he's got a lot of interest in it. Well, I don't know him from Adam. We've got a couple of mutual friends in the area, but I don't know him. Chris ain't friends with him. He don't know him. So I don't know. I told him, I said I didn't feel comfortable with that, with me not knowing him. You know, that if he doesn't sell it to someone sending him the money between now and then to let me know, I'll come and pay cash for it. But anyway, I hate that. Let me check on this cake. I'm still so bothered about that stroller. Okay, it's done. That's what it looks like. I'm just going to sit it over here, and we're going to make the glaze for it. I went outside and was asking Chris, do you know him? I said, if I knew he was trustworthy and, you know, people knew him and stuff, I would, but too many scams go on. I need 2 cups of powdered sugar. We'll run it through the sieve to get the clumps out. I think I put too much in here. May take a minute. Backwards. And that's 1 cup. I need 2 cups. Okay. We'll just work in this bowl. Okay, so now we need 6 tablespoons of milk. One, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 5 and see how we're looking. I think that 6 tablespoons is enough. I mean, that 5 tablespoons was enough. Make sure that's it. Oh, I need some vanilla. I need a little bit of vanilla. Let's get our fancy bottle out. I just need a teaspoon, so I'm just going to do just a smidge in here. Okay, so while the cake is still hot, warm, whatever temperature, just not room temperature, we're going to pour the glaze over it. You see? Yeah. Yummy for your tummy. I just told y'all all kind of my business today, didn't I? Just an open book. What else you want to know? Okay. Clean up my snow shower. It's good warm, I'm sure, because if I ever bought a honey bun, I would stick it in the microwave for a few seconds to warm it up. But it's piping hot right now, so I'm gonna let it cool off just a bit to where it's still warm, and then we'll bite into it and do our little taste test. And put this mess up, and I will be back when it's cooled off some. It won't take it too long. This kind of, when I started in the kitchen, I was freezing. Well, I got out of the shower and I'm like, I'm freezing, and I put this on, and I looked at the thermostat and it was 65 degrees in here. So anyway, these concrete countertops are cool, so that will help, and I'll just kind of keep moving it around. But I'll be back in a few minutes and we're going to do a taste test. I'm so excited. It's cake time. It's still warm. Very good. Ta-da! Delicious, delicious. I hope y'all guys give this a try. Gosh, when it's warm. Oh my gosh. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.